What up, gang? This is Tim. This is Payton. I just got an espresso martini. It's low-key fire. Blueberry scone.
Taste test?
Taste test. It was pretty good.
Like all the little tools to like let me just like let me
This week I bounced between chilling out, creative work, and chaos. I feel like typically I'm the kind of person who will bounce between 1 or 2 modes every week, every other week, but last week was just something completely different every single day. And I think today is the first day that I really feel like I'm back to full energy and ready to go, because that was a whiplash of events. For example, as you saw in the intro, I went to a pop-up cafe at my friend's apartment, which I absolutely loved. Ivy and Angela are some of my good friends, and they decided to open up a cafe at their apartment, and it was such a lovely experience because I got to invite some of my friends, they got to invite their friends, and it ended up just being this really warm, fun, new experience with all sorts of people. And to be honest, it just made for a really nice afternoon. It was just me and them chilling out, just a few of us in the apartment, and then boom, an hour later, 15 people show up, and it's a whole hectic event, but in the best way possible. Scones, 10 out of 10. People, 10 out of 10. And hojicha strawberry, hojicha. I was trying stuff I never tried before. That's what life's for, right? And it was delicious. Thank you guys for hosting that event. One of the really nice, relaxing days of that week. However, I've also been extremely busy, and I think I'm trying to figure out how to balance this because I am graduating. I'm a senior and I have about 2 to 3 weeks left before I graduate from UCLA. However, I still need to do a lot of graduation things for myself. For example, grad photos. I've been taking a lot of grad photos for people, grad videos. I've been covering graduation events. I have been doing a lot of stuff in relation to that. Yeah, I haven't even done it for myself, but we'll get to that later. It's really interesting too because as someone who is a bit of a photographer, videographer, I do enjoy being able to capture these experiences for people. But I think because recently I've been so overbooked figuring things out with school and friends and other creative content that I've been just very busy. Because graduation's coming up, I feel like I have this energy to want to do more before I finish up. We're figuring things out, and yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it's for. Speaking of also doing photography and videography, I have been doing a lot of interesting and enjoyable side projects lately. For example, this past week I had the chance to shoot with my friend Allie, who is one of the athletes for the track team here at UCLA. She's been someone really cool to work with lately because oftentimes she will reach out to me when she has to work with certain brands and she needs a videographer to help shoot and edit a video. It really means a lot that she reaches out to me first because that is along the lines of the type of work I want to do going forward. And if we're just being completely honest, she's really wonderful to work with. I always have a great time when I'm with her, and it's just so easygoing. And I feel like that's why I really like freelance with just enjoyable people. I guess that's just what enjoyable people do for you. They just make things easier and fun, but that's sort of the point, and I'm really glad that I had a chance to meet her this year. And yeah, I've been working on that with her lately. Yeah, just sort of something that added to the hecticness, but also something I would take 100 times out of 100 if she offered it again. I think this past week was interesting because I was just on the extremes in so many different ways. I was having a few days where I was kicking my feet up, and all I did was go out for a walk, get breakfast, and lay back in bed the whole day. But then the next day would be the busiest day ever with 2 grad shoots, shooting a video for somebody and then editing it and then studying for a final. And it definitely was a lot, but I'm glad that this week looking forward is just going to be a lot more in the middle and something more bearable each day. But again, I think it's just the season of graduation and just trying to balance everything while you can. And yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It was a little bit of a different one, so I appreciate it that you stayed to the end. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care and bye bye.